Vision mailed. In FYI, the president's dead, so we failed our mission. But we got a new one. Or no, I guess it's still the old one. Does he have any good dog tags? No. Oh, I'll just carry him with me. No man gets left behind. Hold on. Snake, what do you think of my new dance partner? No response. Ugh. Ignore me, will ya? Colonel? No response. Oh, that's right. These walls are blocking in any other signals. Oh! I want to carry him all the way.
Colonel, the president.
Oh, now you answer.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat.
Well done,
However, given the
Raiden.
recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal gear once and for all.
Colonel, if you
Do
didn't
you
know that the
actually
president
think
was
there's any
killed, how do you
truth
know
to
what his
his
last
story about
directive
this
is?
big shell
Especially
facility
when
being a
you couldn't
front
hear
for
our
Arsenal
conversation.
gear?
I don't
I
have
don't
the
know.
security
Seems
clearance
kinda
necessary to verify the
suspicious.
facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Oh ho, how
Doing that
laughable
part of
those
the
words
terrorist
are,
plot?
given
All the
today's
more
day and
reason why I
age.
believe
Oh.
his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying
No,
to
but that's
point out
actually
that I
that's
certainly
actually
sought
a fucking
credibility
good
to the
idea.
words of a man
It's like,
who
yeah,
chose
okay,
death
we have your
to protect
president.
the
That's okay.
innocent.
Why do you think
The
we have a
colonel has
vice
a point,
president?
Jax.
He's the
What about the
backup, mate.
information
Like,
he
kill
gave
him.
me
We don't
on the
care.
Patriots?
It's kind of like
It's a
in
new one
Iran
to
with
me.
the
I'll see
Ayatollah.
what I
Like,
can
they've got
find
the sort of successors
Right,
planned out.
we're
Well, at
running
least
out
we
of
thought
time.
they did.
Find Emma. She's supposed to be
Oh, dear.
located on level B1.
No, but
in
it's
the
like,
core
that's
of that building you're in,
just still a
right?
point. Yeah. No,
You've got to
anytime
find
the
her
president
before
just gets
Arsenal
captured,
becomes
it's
fully
like, well,
operational.
kill
Hurry,
him.
Jack.
We have the vice president.
It's up to you to make sure
I mean,
that
we'll
the
either
president
go and
didn't
rescue him or
sacrifice
have
his
him
life in
killed
vain.
ourselves.
Understood.
We don't care,
Raiden
mate.
out.
Just shoot a missile down on the cunt's head. Do it.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they
Definitely
found a more
not.
effective weapon than Arsenal gear.
You knew about
Doubt.
Arsenal gear?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it?
you never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here. Then it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
Ooh, it's a flashback time.
I
See,
took
given
these
how
photos
the
2 years
game
ago.
has
I know
gone
these
about
pictures.
itself,
They were on the news
wouldn't it have made
on
more
several
sense to have it start off
If I remember
playing as
right, the
Raiden and
reporters
then
blamed you for sinking the
like
tanker.
bonus content being where you play as Snake
That's
during
right.
the tanker section?
Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos...
What was up
from
with that
Metal
delivery?
Gear,
We
could
were
persuade the
used. Call
government.
blimey, we
At least
were.
that was the
We were
plan at the
used.
time.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker
Oh,
mission
that
before.
is a very incriminating
I doubt it
picture right
accurately
there, isn't
simulates
it?
the events of that mission.
Someone was found on the island.
I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, "I'm taking it back."
And he had a very distinctive British or South African accent, although I
Ocelot
didn't
then
hear that
sank
because that was for the
along
sake of
with
the
soldiers
audience.
of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. A small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
I mean, do you think people would really fall for
Since
this
the
kind of
Shadow Rose
slopaganda?
incident, Snake became
It's like,
sort of a
who
hero.
would turn against Snake? I mean, we know who. We have a whole list of them from the previous
the
game and
Patriots
this
weren't too
game, I
happy
guess,
about
and the
that.
fourth game.
You knew
But
about the
those people
Patriots?
are just clearly out of their fucking
Yes,
mind.
to a certain degree.
That's
Seems like
irrefutable
everyone
fact.
knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it. They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented,
Thank
but Arsenal still
you!
has a massive
After all this
payload of
time,
missiles
can we
to deal
please
with.
get into the action?
If the opposition gets control of those missiles,
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
my sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Otacon, your family is
Whatever
just
reasons,
burdened
we
with
need
just
her in
this
order to stop
innate
Arsenal.
curse to be involved in
Find her.
weapons of
On
mass
my way.
destruction. I don't know what it is about you lot. Even your dad. Right, so after 8 minutes, and before then, 20 minutes of non-stop cutscenes, we can finally get back to playing the game. I want to take the president with me. No! Oh, fuck it. Let it go. Yeah, you see what I mean last time when I said it's just particularly obnoxious? It's unnecessary, mate. Unnecessary. I'm kind of bummed out they won't let me drag the president's corpse around. You know what I mean? Use it as a human shield. I think that'd be a brilliant idea, actually. Here we go into one of the most notorious parts of the game. I say notorious, though. I suppose water mechanics during this time wasn't always the best, because before this, I think around the time, you had this, obviously the swim mechanics here, which isn't that bad for me, but you also had Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and that one, you don't really swim, but you more sink. And in that, I'd say the water mechanics there, people say they're all bad, but it's not bad. It's more that it's tedious. Here, I think you could make an argument that the mechanics can be bad. Oh, fuck off! It hasn't even been 5 minutes!
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
Don't swallow it,
I
Raiden.
see.
It's bad for you. The most you should ever do with salt
There's something
water,
I have
not
to
this
tell
kind
you
anyway,
about
but sort
EE.
of
Don't
rinse it in
worry
your mouth
about
if you have swollen
I'll
gums.
get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Just
Yeah.
like in Andor.
When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there.
There is so
can
much
see
more
the
to
pool
this.
from my
This
room.
sounds
but
like
I didn't
innocent
realize at the
enough,
time that she
given
needed my
context,
help.
is
What
so
were
much
you doing?
darker and twisted. Like, oh my
was-
fucking god.
So Emma survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family.
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn, if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look, maybe you can help her overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Yeah, God forbid we have Snake do anything in this
Underwater
game.
mission.
Ah,
This is a
no, I'm
first.
joking. Snake
Look,
has done
I'll
quite a
see
few
what I
things
can
in this
do.
game. Behind
I
the scenes, he
suggest
helped us
that
with
you
that
drum
boss
the
fight.
map of the
He's going to do
building
a
into
few
your
things
head,
later
'cause
on.
you won't have time
You know,
to
he's a
look
good
at it
guy.
when
He's a
you
cool
try to
guy.
bring
It's a
Emma
shame we
out.
don't
I'm
play as
counting
him
on you,
until
Raiden.
the fourth
I
game.
covered
You
most
think
of the
since
core
his
when I
name is
had
in the
to take
title,
out
he'd be the main...
C4s.
Well, then
If
again,
there's anything
saying
you
that,
need
I was
to
thinking
ask
of like
me,
Akira.
call me on
And
the Kodak.
I'll do
going back
that.
to what I mentioned earlier, Legend of Zelda. Zelda's like the titular character, but she's not mentioned. Oh, finally, gameplay. Yes, thank you. But continuing on from Zelda, a friend of mine... No, what was I saying? Basically, yeah, it's a bit tedious. It's not as bad as you think it is. It just gets really, really dull. But the mechanics here, they are a bit wonky, I'm not gonna lie. Although a friend of mine does have a theory on it, and it's one of the... It's a strange theory. Basically, it's that the reason the swimming mechanics here are so dumb is because Raiden spends most of the time in VR training, so he's not used to, like, actually swimming in physical water or whatever. And I could tell, like, just saying it, like, hopefully some of you are raising an eyebrow incredulously, but nowhere near as much as I was first time I heard that. It's like, what are you talking about? But to him, like, he really sort of tried to break it down. It's like, yeah, the reason, like, you know, his swimming ability is, like, so poor is because he's not really used to swimming or anything, do you know what I mean? Like, most of what he does is VR stuff. And it's like, no, mate, odds are it's just... they didn't work out the mechanics well enough. That's it. You know? By the way, if that sinkage brought in all these like weird bombs, mines or whatever, I don't know how it did that. I severely doubt that is even possible. Ah, crap, I can't get through. But yeah, that was a wonky theory a friend of mine approached me with, and it's like, no mate, no, you're not cooking there, you're cooking crack on that one. There's another one. But speaking of strange things I've heard, the strangest thing I've ever heard is, because I'm rewatching Andor again. That show is phenomenal. Fucking brilliant. The best thing that Disney Star Wars ever did, right? And there's the character Kino Loy, played by Andy Serkis, which is... like, it really tells a lot that is the best part Andy Serkis has ever played in Star Wars, like forgetting like the mainline series. In there he plays Kino Loy, and they're in this prison, and in it he helps Andor get out, and you find out he can't swim, and the whole prison's surrounded by water. Kino Loy can't swim, so his sacrifice is like to help others, but it's not his place to like reach out in the sun. A bit like Luthen in that way. By the way, there's spoilers for Andor in this if you haven't like clocked on already, so... But he's a bit like Luthen in that way, and that's sort of like the thematic thing for Andor, is people making these sacrifices won't bathe in the sunlight of freedom as much as the next people who will be rewarded by it. But yeah, Kino Loy. I remember watching this video, I think it was with like a Sheaves talk and this JJ plagiarism guy or something. He has some like weird JJ Abrams Funko Pop. And basically one of the things he said was, what kind of person doesn't know how to swim in the future? And I remember just thinking, what a bizarre fucking thing to complain about. What kind of person doesn't know how to swim? Loads of people. There are loads of people today who don't know how to fucking swim. In fact, we have cars. And there are loads of people who don't even know how to fucking drive. Like, what kind of a thing is that to complain about? What kind of person doesn't know how to swim? I mean, most people by default don't know how to fucking swim. It makes, like... I thought it was brilliant when I heard that. I couldn't help but stop. I just couldn't stop fucking laughing when I heard it. I was like, what do you mean? What does he mean? But Andor's so boring. No, it's just slow, okay? Even if you want to say, it's not everyone's cup of tea, it's a slow-paced show. It's deliberately paced, you know? That's not for everyone, especially when they're used to, like, fast-paced action pew-pew nonsense. I suppose not nonsense. King Kong and Godzilla, that can be, like, nonsense. And it is, but it's quite fun as well, you know? Oh my word. Whoever's editing this footage, cut that joke immediately. That's another thing, and every scene, every line of dialogue in Andor is deliberate. It's a bit like Breaking Bad, where I think in the first season, every color choice was a deliberate one and it's meant to be there. Or maybe that's the producer's line. But the point I'm getting at here, just now, that little scene where the bomb gentleman, the one who passed away tragically, unfortunately, one, wasn't he at the center of the blast, so there shouldn't be anything of him left. Get that air. And two, what purpose did that little cutscene serve? Like, really think about that for 2 seconds. Like, what did that actually add? It's like padding, but it feels worse than padding. Another thing as well that they were supposed to have in this section of the game, the swimming, is they were supposed to have, on top of mines, they were supposed to have actual fucking sharks. Could you imagine trying to swim through all this when you got, like, jaws coming after you each and every time? It's like, no, get out of it. And on top of that, you were supposed to have a boss fight in this with Vamp, who we're about to have a boss fight with, but it's just, could you just imagine that fucking Transylvanian dickhead just effortlessly flowing through the water while you're just like struggling through these stringent fucking... Ooh, a ration. Yeah, get some of that. Mechanics. No, it'd be a nightmare. I mean, you'd have to use the mines to your advantage, but then... It doesn't matter. We're here now. Let's do it. Yay! This guy's a bit booky, actually. I was going to say this is the point where the boss fights get really weird and the game starts to get a bit bizarre, but I think we had foreshadowing of that with Fortune. I suppose, or Ocelot a little bit before that, but this is the one time. Even Fortune's one is a bit more subdued compared to Vamp's one, because... Well, it's not... I don't expect, like, he's a bit all over the place. Not in a bad way, but in a way that kind of gives him a bit of mystique. A little bit of trivia about this guy. If ever you wondered why he makes all these weird, bizarre movements and mannerisms, it's not because he's a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's because Vamp was modeled after a flamenco dancer named Joaquin Cortez. I probably didn't pronounce that right. But if you ever wondered why he was so flamboyant, that's why. He's not just extra for the sake of being extra. Also, while I mentioned Fortune, while it seems apparent that those two seem to have a little fling between them, and I actually found out the other day it was actually like a lot weirder than that, because his name Vamp, it's not because like he wasn't given that name because he's a vampire, it's because he's bisexual. That's a real thing, even Snake confirms this. Basically, his ex-lover was Fortune's dad. And I remember finding that out and thinking, like, that's a bit grim, do you know what I mean? Like, that's proper fucking booky, mate. How do you go from that? It's like, well, your dad's dead, so I guess I'll just bang you instead. Do you know what I mean? There's something up with you. There's something up with a person who does that.
Emma's alive?
She was some time ago.
Why does she look so derpy?
Become quite serious.
I'm not trying to be rude. She does look a bit...
No. Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon is capable of...
Why are you just telling me all this? I can understand the president or the DARPA chief. No, not the DARPA chief. Who was the guy in the first game? I forget his name. He had the bum leg. He was involved in the Ocelot fight. That guy. And Ames. I can understand those three telling me all the nitty-gritty details. But not the villain. Not one of the villains. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. Ease up. Oh, but how else do we get people with this exposition? I don't know. Just wait until we see Emma. I mean, these cutscenes are like half an hour long anyway, so you might as well. It's not as though this game series is shy about having long cutscenes either. I think... Yeah, it is. It's the fourth one. It has the longest cutscene at 71 minutes. And that sounds quite obnoxious at first until you realise and think about it a bit more critically. It's the end of the game. There's no more gameplay. It's just to show you like what everyone does, like where's everyone's story going at this point, where it is and where they all land. That's kind of it. That's why I don't mind that as much. But even cutscenes that are half or even a tenth of that length, no, it's too much. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes, what is it? The compression, but sort of the economy of time. You know, every time you spend is very valuable.
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
Also, I think it's bullshit that his water affects me and not him. Get some of that in here, you bitch! Also, if you think I'm stupid enough to actually go in that water, you got another thing coming, mate. I fall for many tricks, but not that one. Right. Wow. What? Oh, there you are. You sneaky bugger. Oh, I shot his knife out of the air. That was immaculate, that. No, no. Oh. I'm gonna hope we can do it again. For the first time I did it, that was amazing, right? Oh. That was incredible. Look at that. Look at his form! Here, I need help. Someone. Snake.
It looks like he's anticipating the incoming bullet's trajectory from the movement of your muscles.
What?
Relax, though. He doesn't have you all figured out. Right. Don't use the target locking function. Vamp will anticipate your trajectory if you do, and you'll never manage to land a shot.
Wait, what? Mr. X? Typical.
Be careful, Raiden. You're a dead man if you fall into the life reaction tank.
That's right. The life reaction tank cleanses polluted water with microorganisms. These organisms are activated by pumping them with large volumes of oxygen. As a result, the water's specific gravity is extremely light, making it impossible to remain afloat. Once you fall in, you'll never come up.
That sounds really impressive and believable and all, but I didn't understand a word of it.
Vamp seems to be anticipating the trajectory of your shots from the minute movements of your muscles. There's no such thing as a perfect system, though. There must be a way to throw him off and land a shot.
What? You're useless. Oh. Take some of that. Yay. Oh, no, 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 no. No! Oh! Why? That was uncalled for. Nope. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, the skill. Just for a moment, imagine having to fight this guy underwater. Unbelievable. Go on, get a load of that, you fucking cunt. Can't have it, can ya? Can't mess with me, you water demon. I'm Raiden. Do you know what happens to a vampire when he gets struck by lightning? Stay away from me. Ooh. Actually, yeah. How will this work out? Go here. Go to my... No. Oh, what? No. Oh. You used up one of my rations, you prick. Schnoik. I think this is what those lot were talking about. Right, let me just... literally went any... I wonder if I let it go far. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not right, that. That's not right. I really wanted to hit him in the face with a grenade launcher. Special delivery. You missed it last time. Poor mister. See you next Tuesday. What are you doing? He's jumping all over the place. From the land to the sea, he doesn't stop. Oh, he's going crazy up there, isn't he? Oh, so that's where he is. Alright. I see you. Vamp. Take some of that. He loves going in his water. He loves going for the slow bar. I don't blame him. I think we'll be sticking with the grenade launcher. It's a bit more reliable. Waiting is the hardest part, I have to say. Get some of that. Okay, just pretend you didn't see that. And just heal. Oh! Not that trick. See, this is the trick I remember being absolute bullshit. Hold on. Can I? Oh, that's not right. This is what I mean by one of those bullshit powers that you get. Not that you get, but one that Vamp plays on here. Ooh, didn't get me in that one, did ya? Oh, you can't get me. Catch my shadow. You can't catch my shadow now, can you? Snook, snook, snoik. Snookity snoik. Can't get me. Okay, I probably deserve that one a little bit.
My body.
Move! I didn't stop! No! Alright, given the circumstance, I should... Oh, that's bullshit. I was just about ready. Like, if you go back and look at our healths, I was about ready to kill him. No, that's not fair. No, that's not fair. Fuck you. Fuck you, you prick. I need to heal. It's a bit more formidable than I allowed. Yeah. Oh! You dirty fucker. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. No, fuck off. Oh, you prick.
You can't move once his knife nails your shadow.
Shadow binding? Are we talking about some kind of ninjutsu?
I don't think so. It's probably some form of hypnotism.
Hypnotism?
I'm guessing it's the power of suggestion, augmented by his speech and movements, coupled with the manipulation of the light reflecting off the blade of his knife.
What should I do?
I can't think of any way to break his spell on such a short notice. The easiest thing to do is to make sure his knife doesn't hit your shadow.
Right. If his knife nails your shadow, you won't be able to move for a while. If this happens, your only option is to rapidly press a button and move the left stick around to free yourself from his spell.
Right, so aside from the fact Snake just said all of that as if that was the most normal thing ever, I think a lot of people overlook that Vamp explanation because that's the most real-world explanation in anything I've ever heard in this game series so far. And this is before we get to MGS4. Again, oh, did you see that skill? Undeniable. Ignore the blood. Bear with me on this one, right? Because I've just found out the best way to stop Vamp from doing his shadow trick is to use the lights. Look, I know in hindsight that seems pretty obvious, but in the moment, you don't know what to think. You know, because you're panicking. But yeah, it makes sense that you take out all the lights. But honestly, around this time, how many games would actually let you do that? Not many, I tell you. Not many. Ooh. But that's not the thing, though. That's what I was saying. It's like, this game provides a sort of real-world explanation as to why it's sort of feasible. Like, it's not just magic as to why Vamp is able to do this to you. It's not magic, it's like real-world things. Like, oh, what is this? Like a form of hypnotism. What do you mean? Well, it sounds how it sounds. What do you mean it sounds how it sounds? What do you mean it sounds how it sounds? But this is the first time it happens. This is the first inkling. It gets expanded upon later on in the game, but by MGS4, people complain about it so much, like everything was nanomachines or whatever. But this whole time, there was some believable build explanation. Except, there were things in the earlier game that don't sort of line up with that, like Vulcan Raven's weird paralyzation powers. What's that about? That's not nanomachines. Unless that's another form of hypnosis. I mean, it might be. Psychomantis, I mean... But then there are things he does in MGS5 that's like... That can't be nanomachines, mate. That can't be. That's too out there. He's literally on death's door and he keeps evading me. Gotta be so careful. No! Right there. Just immediately dodged me without rhyme or reason. That's unfair. That's unfair, that. You know what? I'm seriously getting flashbacks to that Ocelot boss fight in the first game. Oh, get in! For me, that's a miracle to achieve. Yeah, suck on that. How do you like them bubbles? Shoot him, Raiden. Just shoot him. Shoot him up. Shoot him up. It doesn't matter if it doesn't kill him. Just shoot him up. I know he comes back from that. He might not be faking it. This might genuinely hurt him. I kind of feel good about that, you know? I also like how the waters just wash up all his blood. It's like, oh, nastiness. Can't have that.
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Snake, did you catch all that? I didn't make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north, right?
I'm on it.
Otacon, you're a weird guy. Oh, that was a wonderful little fight. I can't believe that. I only died the once. That's a miracle, that. Now, before we carry on... Oh, these mechanics. Seriously, could you imagine just trying to fight any one of these? Abysmal. I know there's a piece of armor around here. Is that it? Is that the piece of armor? Yeah, it is. Oh, nice. Right, now I'm set for the rest of the game. You have no idea how helpful this is going to be later on down the line. I'm going to need this. For reals. It's not even been 5 fucking minutes.